In this one track, you've got the voice of my great-grandmother, my grandfather, and my unborn child. So that's 4 generations, the past, the present, and the future, played across a stadium and aired to millions of viewers across the world. I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now without my grandfather. Unfortunately, in 2023, we lost him. After he passed away, I was at his house going through old boxes when suddenly I came across one box that changed everything. At Sonicular, we were asked to compose the walk-on track for the British and Irish Lions by our good friends at Dare. I knew that for such a big and monumental event, it had to be something special. This wasn't just a normal sync job. This was a bespoke anthem written to open their first match of the tour. It would play out live at the Aviva Stadium and be broadcast around the world. So let's just slightly rewind a little bit, because I just want to tell you a little bit why I'm so passionate about sonic branding and really kind of the whole reason why we started Sonicular. I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now without my grandfather. He was a businessman, but more than that, he was a musician. From a young age, I was captivated by the way he created music, how his sound basically told a story, and how it evoked emotions. Unfortunately, in 2023, we lost him. He passed away at home at the age of 89 years old. Personally and professionally, this was a big turning point in my life. After he passed away, I was at his house going through old boxes when suddenly I came across one box that changed everything.
Let's take a look and see what's inside. You never know what you might find in these things. Incredibly excited. Who knows what's in here? It sounds full to the brim. Let's have a look. It's tough to open.
This box contained hundreds of reel-to-reel audio tapes. I was shocked, but I knew nothing about this and no one else knew anything about this. I got it home and wound the tapes on and yeah, it worked. I was honestly blown away with what I was presented with. Some recordings that went back to the 1950s, interviews, music recordings of various artists, and lots of my family members, great-grandparents, and recordings of my parents when they were babies. I literally felt like I time travelled. And this is when I had my epiphany. That sound isn't just something that we hear, it's a memory, an identity, and a legacy. I realised that this is sonic branding in its purest form. And that brings me back to Sonicular. You know, that's exactly why we started Sonicular. It's to help brands find their identity through sound. Because a strong sonic brand, it isn't just a jingle or a tagline. It's recognition, trust, and that emotional connection. So that's the belief behind Sonicular. The company I founded is to help others capture meaning through sound. We don't just write music. We build sonic identities that make people feel something and remember it. So, let's fast forward to current day. So whilst we were writing for the British and Irish Lions, I kept coming back to this idea of legacy and the unseen stories that shape us. Now, around the same time, me and my partner found out that we were having a baby, our first. And at one of the scans I had this idea, what if I recorded our baby's heartbeat and used it in a piece of music? I thought that would be super cool, a musical collaboration with the unborn child. And that's when I had the idea, what if I could make something that carried the sound of the past and the sound of the future, all in one track? So in this one track, you've got the voice of my great-grandmother, my grandfather, and my unborn child. So that's 4 generations, the past, the present, and the future, played across a stadium and aired to millions of viewers across the world. So the brief was to make it cinematic, powerful, and unifying. A track that represents England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So when creating the sonic identity for a brand, what we're doing is that we're translating the brand's identity and message into the sound. We had to fully understand what the Lions' identity is and what they wanted their message to the world to be. I always think that authenticity wins, and so do the small details, because every piece of authentic detail makes up that bigger picture of the brand. So we had to deep dive into the psychology of sound, how it impacts humans, and how we could make sure that this anthem encompasses all of the Lions' values and principles, and in turn resonate with the audience. So at Sonicular, we believe in authenticity, okay? We always try to inject as much organic, real and human feel into our music and sound. So we brought in a good friend of mine and session guitarist Giacomo Maggio, and he basically helped shape that live energy. He was just perfect for the project. We weaved in the story of Britain and Ireland through the use of instrumentation, rhythm, harmony, all of which kind of represents each country individually and united. It tells a story and spreads a message through the sport. This piece of music, without me even having to explain what it is, tells a story. Not only does it tell the story and the tale of Britain and Ireland and the history of the tournament and the sport, it tells the story of Sonicular. It's a memory, an identity, and a legacy that you can understand by just listening. This is what I believe music can do. It can express ideas, emotions, and stories in an ancient but new and innovative and unique and effective method. That's realistically why I started Sonicular. It's to help people tell stories that go much deeper than words. To create music that moves, connects, and remembers. This track is called Gwendoline, and I'm extremely proud of this one. And a massive thank you to the team at Dare for bringing us on board, and a massive thank you as well to the British and Irish Lions team.